We are live.
Yay! Oh my god, I don't even have my computer so I can watch to see if I
Oh,
can see us. Can you see us?
yeah, I think so.
I didn't
I
even
gotta
think
pull
of
it up.
that.
Yep, I got us. Oh, I just realized I should probably go get my charger for my computer. So I will be right back. So my computer
I
don't
could
die.
probably actually grab my computer too, so.
Got me hooked up.
So, good news is that
I'm
I found
failing
questions.
today. Here we go.
I found questions and I have my computer, so now I can watch live and have questions.
Perfect.
And now I can see comments as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Alright,
don't
so I
think.
just saw both of us, so that's working.
Yeah.
So, welcome back to the live show.
I'm present. Sorta. Just doing something. Oh, that's better. I can see my screen. Okay, I'm ready. I don't think there's anybody on. Do we want to wait or wait for a little bit?
Well, we could discuss it amongst ourselves as well.
Okay, we could do that too.
So what did you end up rating the book?
When did I end up reading the book? Oh,
No, what did you rate
okay.
it?
I rated it 4.5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. The only thing is it took me a while to get into it. So
Yeah.
that was the only reason why I gave it 4.5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
So
I gave it 5.5 or 5.5. I gave it 5 stars because I'm just biased.
yeah.
I'm biased. I did give Throne of Glass 4.5 stars and Air of Fire 4 or 4.5 stars the first time I read those. So I guess like going from Throne of Glass to Crown of Midnight, that was probably what made me rate it 5 stars. Because the first time I read this book, I flew right through it and I just devoured it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't think there were. Oh, okay, I guess there was a new character.
Huh?
So, who was your favorite character in it?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna say Dorian
Mm-hmm.
because he had so much going on and he kind of
Yeah.
grew as a character.
You know, I kind of would agree too because Summer was kind of just all over the place in this book. And even Nehemia was all over the place. Like, don't get me wrong, I love her as a character.
Yeah.
But even her character would go through, like, kind of nasty spots and
Mm-hmm.
just spots where she was kind of uppity.
Yeah, for sure.
I did like Kale in this book, but there's obviously that ending.
Yeah.
So I would probably say Dorian too, because no matter how much he was going through, he always stayed loyal to his friend, was always there for him when they needed him. And he was going through stuff by himself.
Yeah.
So I have a soft spot for Dorian and his love for books as well.
Like, I like Kale, but he kind of got, like, too absorbed into Selena. And it was like, he didn't, like, pay attention to, like, his, who forgets their friends? Like, I mean,
like, he was so, like, I get loving someone, but he was so absorbed in the fact that he had this girl that he was so focused on winning her from his friend that he totally abandoned Dorian.
exactly.
And he basically turned a blind eye on his job and just did whatever the king told him to rather than what he felt was right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
I did like him in a majority of this book, but the last, like, 150 pages, I was not his biggest fan. Like,
Yeah.
at all.
I would agree. Like, he kind of, like, he lost my vote because I really liked him in the first book, but then this book I was like, wow, it seemed like he can only focus on, like, one person, and like nothing else mattered, and a whole lot of crap went down, and it's like, you obviously don't care. Like, come on. You're
I liked
needing you.
Kale. Yeah, I liked him more in this book than I did in the first book. I liked him a lot at the end of Throne of Glass, but in this, I really liked him. But then when it got towards, like, the middle / like end half of the middle to the end, he kind of just started getting way too bland and too stereotypical.
Yeah.
So
very much needed her to make him complete, satisfy him.
Yeah, he acted like he didn't know what to do if he didn't have her, and it's like, what did you do before?
Yeah, he acted like he wouldn't survive without her. Like,
and certain people might have survived if he had been paying attention to his job.
Exactly. I'm still salty about that.
I'm so mad about that still, because I read this once and I read it again, but I'm still mad about that. So I definitely understand where Selena was coming from at that part.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that part, like, tore me apart, because it's like, they were literally just together, like, a chapter ago, and now she's trying to murder him. And it's like, I understand why she did it, though, because he was so self-centered on himself and Selena that he wasn't paying attention to his friends, his duties, his job as captain of the Royal Guard. So, yeah, Kale kind of lost some brownie points in this book.
I agree.
And honestly, he doesn't, for me, he kind of just kept losing brownie points up until Tower of Dawn.
Yeah.
Because Tower of Dawn is his perspective, so, I mean, I have a friend that she was like, I don't like Kale anymore, and I'm never gonna like Kale. And I'm like, okay, well, I thought the same thing after Crown of Midnight, but now that I read Tower of Dawn, I've changed my mind. So he does get a redemption arc, but at this point, his character is just kind of not doing the things I had wished would happen with his character, because he has a lot of potential. So,
I agree.
Team Dorian. Oh, so this is an interesting question. Who is your least favorite character?
All right, why don't you go play, please? Yeah. Oh, man, my least favorite. I would say, even though Kale did some dumb stuff, I would say probably Archer, because I really liked him at first. And I thought, oh, he's kind of, he's kind of nice and everything. And then that whole betrayal, I was like, nope. Don't like you at all.
Yeah, see, I liked him at first, but there was also part of me that's like, okay, what is really up with him? Because he's kind of sketchy, but I still liked him to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And there were things that he was doing for Selena but then he would just backpack it with betraying her. So he would help her, and then he would backstab her. So it's like, make up your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, he tried to do good things, but in the end, he just, like, had too many bad things.
Yeah.
Doing. So, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like them.
I also really hate the king. And I really hated Roland. Is that his name?
Yes, Roland. Oh my gosh, he was such a douchebag.
I hated him.
Oh.
And although there was one thing significant that I noticed between him and Caltaine and the Duke was that they were all getting headaches, like really bad headaches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it seemed weird because they were all just gradually getting worse. And then when Selena went into that catacomb under the basement, she explained that she had a headache. And I'm like, okay, is this like connected somehow? And also, like when they mentioned
I think I might have lost Jenna. Yep. She just said her phone died. Fine. Shush, why don't you go play, please? Yeah. Well, we kind of lost Jenna. We have a hiccup here. So I'm going to give her a little bit of time and see if she can get her phone started. Okay. We may have Jenna back. Just give her a minute. She said she'll be back soon. So we'll just wait, hang out. I'll talk to myself, drink my coffee.
Oh my god. I could not believe that just happened.
I had a feeling because you were like, just like stop mid-sentence. I'm like, did we?
I was like, are you kidding me? I had like 10% and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. It'll be good. And then it was just done. And I'm like,
oh my.
Did that seriously just happen? I was mid-thought and I'm like, why the heck not, honestly? But I can't even remember what I was saying before that just happened. Okay, now I need to turn this volume down because it's like
I can't remember
either. Whoa. Okay, so I can't remember where my train of thought was going.
I don't remember.
But
we were talking about, what were we talking? No, wait. Oh, we were talking about Roland and
oh yeah, and like my theories surrounding him. So I really hated him. I just didn't like his personality, but I did like how he sided with Dorian just to gain his trust. I mean, even if it was just to gain his trust, I appreciated him giving Dorian a leg up with the king.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I really hated him.
Yeah.
I think he was a miserable human being. Yeah. What was the thing you liked best about this book?
I like that even though Selena works for the king, she still found a way to like do her own thing. Like she didn't agree with like what she was supposed to do for the king, so she found a way around it, like faking the people's death and stuff. I found that really interesting that she, even though she is working for him and he could kill her at any moment, she still found a way to defy him.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah, I thought that was like a really like important part to her character, because that's like kind of going back to like what happened in Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass, is that she is always answering to someone, yet she's always finding a way to do what she believes in.
Yeah.
Just to help like the greater good. She's not just trying to help herself, she's also helping others to do what she thinks is right.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked that about her, because she could literally end up dead any second for what she was doing.
Oh yeah.
She still chose to help people rather than hurt them for her own good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's very selfless rather than selfish.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I like about her character, is that she's willing to take an extra step towards helping people, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so with that being said, what did you like the least?
The least, probably all the betrayal that she went through, like Kale's betrayal, Nahima's death. That one made me cry. And then Archer's betrayal. She's been through so much,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I didn't like that. I felt bad for Selena.
Yeah, it was just one thing after the other, because you had Kale not telling her the truth. Then even Nehemia was keeping a lot of secrets from her, and she didn't really realize that Nehemia had betrayed her until after she was dead, and that she had found that Archer had betrayed her as well. So it was like, can't this girl get a break?
I know.
So
bad
that
luck.
was hard. I wish that she had taken some of it better. Like, obviously, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't take it very well. But I know that she is capable of doing better and like powering above her struggles.
Yeah.
But in this book, I kind of feel like she just wanted to take the easy way out, and I can imagine that she didn't all the time. That in the end, she did what needed to be done, but still, yeah. Okay, if you could hear this story from another perspective, who would you pick?
Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would have a good perspective on it.
I honestly think that Nehemia would also be super interesting, because we find out by Mort, the talking doorknob, that she had her whole agenda, this whole entire book. She was always off doing her own thing that none of us really anticipated. So I would love to hear this book from her perspective, see like what the heck she was up to for this whole book.
Yeah. That would probably fill in a lot of the story of like, okay, what are we missing? You know? Yeah. She would probably be a good perspective.
I feel like if Sarah J. Maas wanted to do anything else with the Throne of Glass series, a novella that followed Nehemia's perspective would be amazing, because so much could be filled in. Like, if we could have just followed her and like known what she was doing, like what she was thinking, I feel like so many questions could be answered so fast.
Oh yeah.
And that would just be awesome. Do you have any theories or things that like seem significant to you while you were reading it?
Ooh, theories. I one theory I was thinking of. What is Caitlin and Roland like? Why are they so important? Like, do they can hold like? Do they have something in their blood that gives them powers or whatever? Because why are they so important? Like, why is the Duke still taking her back to wherever he's at and marrying her? Like, does the Duke?
I can understand that Roland is of royal blood, but with Kaltane, she's like just a.
That's how you say it. I keep calling her Caitlin.
Oh, it's okay. I honestly struggled with her name for Throne of Glass as well until I saw my friend sent me this video of how to pronounce Throne of Glass names because I was saying all of them wrong. But like Roland is at least of royal blood, and Duke Parrington is obviously the king's right hand. But Kaltane is just like, she's not, as bad as it sounds, she's not really anything significant, like in terms of status. She's just someone who was trying to gain the prince's attention. So what makes her such a significant part of this plot?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, why is she so important, and why is Nolan so important? And what's with the black rings?
That's also it's like the black is like a constant theme because you had the black in the catacombs under the library that was to Selena's knowledge like the same material as the rings that everyone is wearing, like the king and Roland, and it kind of makes you wonder if Kaltane has something like that as well, but like not a ring.
Yeah.
Is she on the same thing, or is she just kind of like a puppet to them?
That's what I want to know. Like, what are they using her for? And why is she hearing bird slapping? What is the significance of that?
I did realize something at the end. I need to try to find it, but so this chapter, this part was from the king's perspective, and he said that in the shadows of the Therian Gap, he'd been breeding mounts for his gathering armies, and wyverns needed riders. So I actually know a thing or two about wyverns. I did a presentation on them for a class.
Okay.
And they're a type of European dragon.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming that they would have wings. So I'm thinking, like, are these wings that everyone's hearing just, like, premonitions? Or, like, I don't know what they are, but, like, is that what they're seeing? Or is it something else entirely? Does it have something to do with the thing that's living in the clock tower?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the clock tower intrigues me, too. Like, what is that what the word stones are? Is like, did he take the word stone and make it into a clock tower? Because it said in the book that they can make the word stones into anything, right?
I don't actually know for sure. That's like the kind of part I was always confused with. Because I know that Mort had said that the word stones were small. So, like, wouldn't you want to keep it small rather than it being something so huge and obvious? But still, like, begs the question, like, what the frick is the clock tower? It would, like, radiate so much power that what could it possibly be?
Yeah. But it would be good because they wouldn't know that would be the word stone. It'd be, like, obvious, but they wouldn't know it. Like, they're looking for something small, so they're like, oh, it won't be a clock tower.
And do we think that, like, okay, so if one word stone is obviously with the king, word he, where are the others? Like, where could they possibly
be? Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I know that they mentioned Marath a couple times. Like, is there one in Marath, or will there be one? Is like that another base for their armies?
Yeah.
And like, what is his plan? Because to my understanding, he's conquered most of Irelia already. So
Well,
what would he need such a large army for?
yeah. Well, I was wondering, could the word stones be where they're mining? Because they're always mining something. Could
That's
could
true as
he
well.
be actually looking for the word stones, but it's a cover, like they're mining for whatever salt, coal, whatever they're mining for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a super interesting theory. That's a good question. And then, okay, with this thing under the library, Selena described it as something that looked like it was originally man, but was no longer a man. And it had
Yeah.
black blood. So, is this like, was it like one of those Valg demons that they were talking about? Or was it
Yeah,
like something else entirely?
I don't know. Could it have been something like it was a man at one point, but they had distorted it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Frankenstein type thing. They created it into this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, could it have been a man at one point? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what if the king knew entirely what those passages were, but never let on in it, and he was conducting testing to see like experiments, and that type of creature is the creature that he's trying to make to fight in his own army.
Well, could it be like could the word stone had made him like took a say he took a man and he took like the word stone and like tested the word stone on him? Could that have created him as what he is now, like that creature thing?
That's a really good theory, and that's like, what if that's what they're doing to Kaltain as well?
Yeah.
Because hello, um, because she has like no visible jewelry like the black on her, but she's always complaining about a headache. Like, what if they did insert something in her, like have that out on her?
Yeah. Maybe the black rings have something to do about it too. Maybe the black rings give these people like powers or something, or it's like what do they call it? Oh, I can't even think what it is. Like transmitter type thing,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't.
and if any of these Valg are in Aurelia, how are they there?
Yeah.
Because like they're talking about how you need all of the word keys to get to a different realm. But how would any Valg be there if they didn't have all the keys yet?
Yeah. I don't know. Unless
And
unless he was there when the they separated the word stone and he was left behind, and that's why he was there. He was stuck there or wherever. And so maybe the king then was testing him to see if he could create more of them or figure out where the word stones were. Maybe he thought he had held the key to where to find the other word stones.
mm-hmm.
Could that be a possibility? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just so like there's so many things to think about when you're like plotting theories, because after Crown of Midnight is where everything gets like super serious and like life or death situations and the true plot. And it's like, do we think the king has one or two word keys right now?
I don't know. We obviously know he has at least one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And we know that he doesn't have all three, because he would have complete power if he had all three already.
Yeah. Hi, Serenity. I just looked at the comment. Yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to say. Like sometimes I think, well, maybe he does, but then I'm thinking, well, maybe he doesn't, because wouldn't he?
Yeah,
If he
because
had at least two, wouldn't he get more powerful?
mm-hmm. And you think that he wouldn't need a king's champion if he had the power of two word keys.
Yeah, that's what you would think. Because why would he need it? Because he could just use the word keys to wipe out the people that are in his way.
And that's weird too. Like, why did the king even have that competition if he has the power of one word key? Like,
Yeah.
why does he need a champion?
Yeah, I don't know.
He can like have people hired to kill. Why have that whole competition?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless he's trying to draw attention away from him, so people don't think, that he has that much power. And then when it comes down to it, he can then release the power and like shock everybody, make it 10 times worse.
I also have a theory that maybe the reason he had a competition between all these thieves and criminals is because he wanted to perform tests on Cain, but also rid Aurelia of criminals.
Yeah.
And he obviously didn't expect for all of them to survive, much less the one that he didn't want. He obviously expected Cain to survive. So he wanted all of the criminals to die. So that's why he did that competition, not to actually gain an assassin, but to gain a successful experiment.
Serenity says it's because he's trying to operate under the radar.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense because he's trying to perform tests on whatever dark things he's dabbling in.
Yeah.
Without being so obvious about it. But he's also like simultaneously like killing off all his criminals that are inside of his jail.
Yeah. For sure.
So, what do you expect from Air of Fire?
I'm hoping that Aelin kind of like finds her family, I suppose, and like I don't know, like her and Dorian get together because they need to be together, because that's what I at least think they need to be together. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I don't actually remember a lot of Air of Fire, so like, mine is really fuzzy on the majority of the book. But I just wish like we would get more insight on the king's army and what he's planning.
Yeah, that would be good too. To kind of know like where he's going.
And I also would like to see the depths of Aelin's powers.
Mm.
I would like to see like what kind of power she actually.
Yeah.
Because we see a little glimpse of it in the Midnight movie. Not that it means see all of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Hey, boys, stop. You woke up your brother. Now stop. Oh goodness, kids.
I don't really have any other questions on here. Do you have any other questions or theories?
Let's see. I can't really think of anything. I'm horrible at trying to think of questions in the moment. I'll think of them later.
Do you have anything else that you think like was significant when you read it?
Well, Nahima's death, that made me cry.
Mm-hmm. I think
but I can't really think of anything.
There was actually one thing I picked up on, and I just remembered it was that.
Stop. Sit. Be quiet. Goodness gracious. Go ahead.
One thing I did pick up on was that Selena was being approached by Queen Elena this whole time, but Dorian was Gavin appeared to him once. But
yeah.
Gavin outpowers Elena, so is that kind of symbolizing that Dorian is more powerful than Selena or equal to her power?
Yeah, I wonder. Hey, Jackson and Logan, knock it off. That's what I was wondering too. How can Gavin come to Dorian when I thought only Elena could come. Like, how come, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, Elena's only so powerful and she can only come for, like, so long or something. How come Gavin can, like, speak to people in dreams just out of the blue? And why didn't Gavin come to Selena? Hey, enough. Goodness.
Is it because that Gavin is related to Dorian by blood?
You're okay. You're okay. Good? You just need mama cuddles? Goodness gracious. Well, then how can Elena come to Selena? They're not related.
Yeah, I thought there was that they were connected.
Hey! Sit down and be quiet. Hey, enough. Oh, goodness. What? I turned on a show. Oh, are you going to be difficult?
Okay, wait. But Dorian is related to Elena, but Selena is not related to Gavin.
Okay.
So Gavin Havillard married Elena. So Elena came from Brannon, who was Terrason's first king. So that's how the Havillards and the Galathiniuses are connected.
Okay.
So I think that Elena is related to... Okay, so Elena is related to Dorian, but they're technically not blood related to the other. Like, Gavin's not blood related to Selena, and Elena's not blood related to Dorian. They're just, they just know each other through marriage, basically.
Oh, okay. So I guess they could probably just pick and choose who they want to come to. Or,
well, I think that the reason Elena can appear to Nehemia is because Elena, I think that there might be an underlying reason to why she wants this task completed, and Nehemia was a means to do that. And Gavin is just kind of there to set everybody in line, which is what Dorian's doing.
Oh.
But other than that, I don't really have, like, any other theories.
I don't think I have anything else neither. Like, I can't think of anything else. I got nothing.
Yeah, I got questions too. But overall, I did really like the story.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Yep. I feel bad for Selena, though. She just keeps getting, like, she broke a mirror and has 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah. She's got so many years of bad luck under her belt. But that's all I got.
Yep. That's it. That's all I got. Anybody else got anything? I don't know if there's anybody else on here, but
if not, we will see you guys at the end of the month, hopefully, for the Air Fire live show.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to reschedule it.
I honestly don't. I really hope I don't have to like reschedule, because May is such a busy month for me that I don't know how I would manage it.
Yeah.
And I'm just realizing something about the Queen of Shadows live show is that depending on when it lands on, I won't be able to do it. I have to check. Because I have my graduation party at the end of that month. So for May, okay, so it's looking like okay, so we could either have the live show on Friday the 31st of May or Saturday, June 1st, which is still kind of the last Saturday.
Yeah, we could do it. How about we do it like June 1st? Was it June 1st you said?
Yeah.
Let's do it that day, because that way it gives me enough time to read the book.
Yeah, because Saturday, the last technical Saturday of May is the 25th, and that's my open house day, so
yeah,
that definitely won't work. Yeah, sorry, Serenity, I just now saw your comment, but that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of afraid to say too many theories, because I know that something I say might accidentally be a spoiler without me intending it to be.
Yeah, and don't spoil me.
Spoilers. But so our live show for Air Fire is scheduled for it's scheduled for the week after next week, which is the 27th.
Wow. We gotta get cracking.
Yeah, me too. I haven't even started it, so that's a little bit stressful, because even if I had to postpone it, I wouldn't, because the next weekend is May 4th, and that's when that's prom week, and then May is just crazy, because one weekend you have prom, then the next weekend you have my birthday, because technically my birthday is on May 1st, but like the birthday party is going to have to be later than that. Then the 18th and 19th is when I have commencement. So the weekends of May are completely booked. So let's hope I can just hustle up and crank out Air Fire in a week and 2 weeks.
Well, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm only like 37 pages in, so I got
0 pages in. And I don't remember like anything from Air Fire except for a couple parts, but that's about it. But yeah, anyways, if that's all for now, I guess we'll see you guys for the Air Fire show, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Oh. Kitty!
Faith had to make a cameo before we exited.
Kitty, kitty.
Thank you for joining us, Serenity.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Had a lot of fun discussing the book. So
yes, we hope to see you for the Air Fire one. Actually, we hope to see ourselves for Air Fire.
Yeah.
That's going to be a small challenge, but
we can do it. You know.
Yes, let's go. If it really gets to be such a challenge for me, I honestly might convert to an audiobook.
Hey, do it.
Yeah, I might. We'll just see. But that's all for now.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.